Namaste, everyone. This is Jeni Ji, and thank you for tuning in to my channel. Make sure you hit that little red button on the corner there that says subscribe in order to get new videos that I'm doing. Because I have people say, I didn't see that video. Subscribe to my channel. What's up with that? Okay, so today we are going to be talking about the new moon in Pisces on February 20th, 2023. And I always say we, if you notice. And whenever I'm saying we, it's because whenever I am doing my videos or whenever I'm doing a psychic clairvoyant reading with my clients and such, I'm tuning into spirit. I'm tuning into all of the energies and beings, ascended masters, you name it. So that's why I say we, because I can't just take the credit for it. It's spirit, the energy and the cosmic vibes of the universal forces is where I'm getting my messages from. Okay. So, anyways, this Pisces new moon, now, new moons can be a lot more powerful than a full moon because new is new. New can represent immediate endings to break through into the new energy. Pisces is a watery sign, intuitive, very sensitive energy. So you might be finding that you're more intuitive and really pay attention to what messages you're hearing, what you're feeling, what you're sensing in all different modalities because you are building a foundation for you. It's time for you to shine. It's time for you to transcend and shift forward into the new. New moon, you guys. Let's make it happen. The energies are really intense. That's why I'm doing a lot of weekly collective videos to also inform you of what is coming up during the week, how you are feeling, what could happen, why is this happening to you? So you're thinking, oh my God, am I going crazy? No, you're not. Well, maybe some of you, but I'm just saying, you got to keep it real. Okay, so this new moon is also known as the worm moon because we are getting closer to the springtime. Depending where you are, I mean, some people are in the winter right now, some are in the summer. So it really depends. So this is why certain moons, full moons, new moons, they have different names. And sometimes we can have the same name a couple of times and so on. So that is why the worm comes out in the springtime and you see the little robin birds. And whenever I see a robin bird, especially living in Canada, when it gets to minus 100, as I call it, right? I am so not a winter person. Oh my gosh. So this is time to commit to you. Commit to your foundations. You're going to find that in this new moon, you're really going to want to kick it up and move forward with your foundation that you have been building and working on and such. And you're letting go of the old. And we're also separating from Saturn, which shakes you out of your comfort zone. So, for those of you who are like, gee, I'd like to make these changes, or I'd like to change my job, or I'd like to make some health changes or end my relationship, the Saturn energy is going to help work with you and it's really going to shake you out of your comfort zone, as I'm saying. Okay, you're going to find that you're going to have that feeling of, gosh, I have to do this now. Change. Change is in the air. When you want to make changes, how are you going to make that happen, guys? How are you going to have that? How are you going to work with it? You have the power to make the changes within. You can sit back and say, wow, I'd really like to do this. And, I'd really like to do that. But you are the only person that can make the change. You have control only over you on what actions you do, on your behavior, nothing else. I mean, you can't fight with the cosmic energy, right? You can't. Believe me, I have tried. I have tried around as many ways as I can. How does that work for you? It doesn't. You have to try to flow with these changes as best as you can when you're going through them. And it's really going to affect the Leos, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius the most in those signs, because the energy, you're going to find that if you're one of those signs, you're going to feel that, ooh, what's going on? Or, oh my God, what are these changes? Really try to work with it with flow as best as you can. Changes can be scary. Changes can be like, oh my God. And a lot of the times, whenever you're starting to go into that fear zone of, oh my God, what's going to happen with this? Or, oh my God, what's going to happen with that? A lot of the times it's just what you're thinking. You're creating your own story, and you really, really, really have to be very mindful over what you are thinking. If you're thinking, oh my God, this is going to happen, or that disaster is going to happen, or the economy is going to collapse, or this or this or that, it's because you're putting the fear of God into your mind. Let that go. This energy is going to give you a lot more faith. It's going to push you, like I said, way out of your comfort zone. Start writing things down. Don't worry how you're going to make it happen. Don't worry how it's going to happen and when. You're going to see the results. What seeds we plant in the spring, you're going to see it in the autumn and the fall come to more fruition. It's like the farmers when they plant seeds to do their crop, and if it's the fall, if it's the spring, if it's whatever, go on to the next season and you're going to start to see results. You can make changes today and start to implement these changes, and you're not going to see it immediately, right? It's like, okay, I need to do my research. I need to do my homework on this. I need to sign up for this. I need to look into, what jobs do I want? I need to look into, maybe I want to take a class. Maybe I just can't take my relationship anymore. So this is going to help you really shift forward. And you're going to find that this is the third and the last new moon after the winter solstice from 2022 as well. Okay, so there's a lot of energy going on, and you might even find with the Pisces energy, you could be a lot more emotional and sensitive. Like, I'm a very, very sensitive person, regardless what time. However, full moons, new moon, different cosmic times, I get really, really sensitive. And for some of you, you might find that I can't be around a lot of different people right now, or why am I breaking down in tears, or why all of a sudden am I raged in anger? Really take that time out. Your soul is saying, hey, let's pause. Let's really, really pause. What are you really angry about? What is your soul trying to teach you? Have that time in quiet and meditate. That's so important. When you take time out for you in silence, turn your phone off, for God's sakes. Go for a walk in nature, whatever it takes for you to stay more grounded in alignment. Meditate, chant, do a workout, move your body around, like whatever works for you. You know what works best for you. Okay, we can get suggestions and stuff. Some might work for some people and some might not. Some people are like, yeah, yoga is a way for me. That feels really good for me. Then do yoga. Some people might say, I just sit back and I listen to music and then I'm good. Do that. Do that. We all have our own energy. We all have our own soul that we have to listen to. Okay, so you might be finding that you're also standing up more for yourself due to the energy in Jupiter. Jupiter is also going to help you speak your voice. So that comfort zone thing, remember how I keep on talking about you're shifting out of your comfort zone, you're transcending forward in quantum leaps, you're really making it happen. And you're going to be like, you know what? I've had enough crap from this person. I'm going to speak my mind, or that truth you've been really holding back of, wow, this person is really hurting me. You know, speak your mind, but be honest, be open, stand in integrity. You don't have to yell and scream to do it. When you're yelling and screaming and in that high modality of your emotions, you're going to regret it, right? How many of you have said things that you regret? I mean, I have. And then I'm like, that's when I'm like, okay, you know what, Jeni, you really got to take that step back, spend more time alone, meditate on why you said that and how. So, and if you're like, you know what, I'm really sorry for what I said. I was whatever, whatever, whatever. That's really, really important because when you start saying certain things, words can really, really hurt somebody very, very deeply. You could say something to somebody to uplift their spirit and their soul, to make, to give them that hope and faith. That's why I do the work I do, to help transcend you, to help you see more clarity, to walk on that pathway of more peace and alignment within your soul by guiding you and giving you my insights clairvoyantly to help you see the way. And the journey is yours to do. Your journey is your own sacred walk that you have to walk upon. So do what always makes you feel good, but stay in the integrity of truth. Be yourself, be authentic. You try to be somebody you're not, it's not going to work for you at all. Believe me, it won't. And then you're wondering, why isn't this working out for me? Why isn't this coming together? Reflect back, do some soul searching within, and ask yourself, who are you? Why are you here? Follow your passions. Follow your passions, you guys. It doesn't matter what it is. That's who you are. We're all here. We're all gifted. We all have our own talents to share with others. You can learn something new every day. I do. And it doesn't, even from a child. That child could tell me something, and I'm like, wow, that's really profound. When you're open and listening to your soul and connected your mind and your spirit with your soul and your heart with your soul, you're going to see clarity. Show compassion. Show compassion. We all have situations we're fighting with. We all do. It doesn't matter who it is. You might think that, wow, well, this person is really famous, let's say. They have everything. You know what? My clients are all different walks of life, from well-known people. You'll be really surprised to who it is. We all have our own inner strength, our own demons we have to fight to get back into alignment within. Really, really important. Now, this Saturn energy is bringing forth a lot of karmic situations for you to pay attention to. And it's also ending karmic situations, depending on where you are. And that's why I read into your level of consciousness to see where you're at, what energies and karmic situations you need to work through or clear. And I also guide you with how you can do that. So really pay attention to what is ending and opening for you. Opening new doors is all about the new. Animals can pass away. Animals are really big for new moon when they pass away. So whenever you're seeing some concern with your animals, really pay attention. They react in different ways, just like we do, and they're very sensitive. If you have any concerns with them, please take your animals to the vet. As when I was working on call for a hospice on and off for years, I would see a lot of passings around the new moon. I mean, full moon tune passings. I saw people pass away every day, but the new moon is a really big time for people to pass, and also your animals. So if you have a relative or know someone that is not doing well, I would highly recommend you check in on them and say what you'd like to say. Show them love. Show them love. If you want to say, please never, ever, ever take anybody for granted, ever. A lot of people are leaving this earth. Some are being forced to leave because of certain circumstances. I'm not even going to talk about that. And some, it's just the right time for their soul contract. So just be really open with that. So we still have some Neptune energy, which can kind of throw you off balance as well. You might be feeling a little bit confused or a little bit more anxiety, and that's connected with the full moon as well. Full moon, like I said, can bring on anxiety. It can bring on fears. You're going to have sleepless nights. Your dreams might be really crazy. Like, what was that dream about? Like, oh my God. Just really pay attention. You can, keep a journal, write down what your dreams are. You might never get it. You can always book a reading with me and I can share and give you my insights into what the message was for you. So really pay attention. And And you're going to find too that you're not going to want to be giving your power away. You might be doing a lot of work and you're like, geez, gosh, when am I getting rewarded? You know, I put in all this work and hard work, and you know, I've been giving and giving and giving, and when am I going to receive? The balance, it has to be balanced, the give and receive. Keep working your foundation. It takes time to build a foundation. It's like if you had a weight loss goal, you're not going to lose 10 pounds in one night, right? Or 100 pounds or whatever it is. You're not going to create a business in one day and see boom, huge results the next day, right? Things take time, but you're going to find that you're going to be walking in your power more. And you're going to be like, I've had enough, setting a lot more boundaries. I have set huge boundaries, learned the hard way. And you have to think about yourself because this is about you. Spending time equally, sharing time with others is great. And you have to take a look at who are you connecting with, who you're not connecting with. And this moon is going to show you as well. And that's going to continue throughout this year. So really pay attention and reflect back on what life lessons that your soul has been showing you and bringing to surface. You know, sometimes it's like, God, why do I keep on like having to go through this? Sit back, meditate, ask yourself why. Jeni, why am I always getting involved with these toxic relationships? Jeni, why am I always like finding these dead end jobs? You have to know your worth. You have to know your worth. If you want a really healthy relationship, you have to love yourself unconditionally first before you can attract and be with that person that's going to love you back unconditionally. If not, you're going to gravitate towards and, you know, just choose anybody just because. I mean, that's up to you. There's no judgment at all. And sometimes we have to keep on going through that journey until we're like, that's it, I'm done. So walking your own path that resonates best for you, and really, really pay attention to what you're seeing during this energy time with this full moon. Really, really pay attention and focus, okay? Like a lot is coming to the surface for you. Full moons are very emotional, like I'm saying. And whenever you start to get that emotions coming up, really like write it down. You could be thinking, overthinking. And when you overthink, you're not getting any clarity at all, right? So start writing things down. Why am I anxious? Like, what am I fearing? What is it that I'm really fearing? Oh, I have a bad feeling about something. Write it down. Keep a journal, you guys, and really keep track of it. And then you can look back, write the date, right? Was it a good day or a bad day? Write down what you're seeing. You know, during full moons and new moons, I can go into deep trance, and spirit shows me a lot of different things about my future and situations. And I take note and I write it down at times and I observe with it. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And it also brings up certain things to me like, Jeni, you have to stay away from that person. You have to, you know, distance yourself from this, or that's not the right direction, whatever it is, right? We all have that intuition. So really pay attention to that as well. Pisces is very intuitive, very intuitive. So really listen to your soul. So I'm going to pull a couple of cards collectively from the spirit world and see what the universe has to say to us on this full moon in Pisces. So whenever you are using any type of cards, please clear them 3 times on wood, knock them boom, 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 because it's going to help clear out your energy when you last used them or if somebody else is using them. So I'm going to use one of my crystal decks here. You know, I love my crystals. And we're going to ask, what's the message for from the crystals for February 19th, 2023 in Pisces? What's the energy and the message from the crystal world? What's the energies? What is the energy? The energy, the message right away. Oh, wow. I'm not even pronouncing this right, you guys, so bear with me. So this is a green quartz, and green also, by the way, represents your heart chakra. Green is also a sign of healing. So whenever you're drawn to certain colors, there's different sounds and vibrations and frequencies in every color. So green, you know, sit down in some grass, go towards, you know, like I used to live in Ireland and you know, it's so beautiful and green and lush, flying over that green pond, the Emerald Pond, right? So Siriphos, Siriphos green quartz. I'm pronouncing that wrong. I know I am, right? So there you go. That green quartz. Now, how beautiful is that? And if you kind of look at that, it looks like a bunch of ruins standing up, and it kind of looks like that five, that high five. And five is a number of change, by the way. As I talked about, when you want to make changes, you have to take those steps to make the change. No one else is going to wave that magic wand for you. You have to make that change within by reaching out, if it's to a teacher, if it's to a job, or to send in that resume, or to start a business, or maybe you need to hire someone to help you, whatever it is, or end that relationship. The only thing that's constant in life is change. Pay attention, really pay attention. I'm also going to pull the cards from my animal, one of my animal decks. You know, I love my animals. And we're going to see the message from our animals. What is the message? I'm an animal communicator as well. And I get so many messages from the animal kingdom every day. And I'm so grateful. That's one of my most sacred gifts I have. So, what is the message from the animals? I might even do a different video on messages from animals. So if you'd all like me to do one, please let me know. Please let me know if you'd like me to do a separate video on what the messages from the animals are. What's the messages from our animals for this new moon in Pisces, February 20th? It's a message from the animal kingdom. It's a message from our animal kingdom right away. Wow. Wow. Red-crowned crane. And you know what's interesting about this card? They're like the deck is really big, okay? Not all the cards have moons on them. They don't. And of all cards, this has a full moon. This has a new moon. Do you see that? How beautiful is that? Crane is telling you to take flight. You see how that crane is lifting this woman up, lifting this person up, and guiding them? It's like, you know what? I'm going to help take you further. I'm going to help you make that change. I'm letting you leave this environment and taking you into the new, in flight. Trust, trust, trust where I'm taking you to. Trust in spirit. This energy is going to give you more hope and more faith as well. Surrender the outcome, continue to walk towards your goals, work towards your goals, and surrender it with hope and faith. I surrender everything. I work towards my goals and whatever I want to change and do, and I then surrender it. Okay, Spirit, I'm working through this, or please, give me the strength and the willpower to make these changes happen. I'm open to new beginnings. I'm open to connect with the right people, surrendering this all for my highest purpose and highest good. And boom, new doors open, new opportunities come to me, new people I start to connect with. And I'm like, thank you, Spirit. This is where and who I needed to help me with this, who is very much connected within my soul, more of my soul tribe, my soul vibe. So you're going to find that also this year. It's a universal 7 number this year, and you're going to find that you're only going to want to connect with certain people who you resonate with in a spiritual manner, who is more in alignment within your soul. You're walking away from a lot of different energies you no longer connect with. So we're also going to pull a card from the cosmic energy cards. Love my cosmic cards. I love all of my cards, right? I bought a few decks. A lot of my stuff is packed, and I'm like, that's it. I have to buy some new decks. So I did. God forbid me credit cards, but I just want to be of service to you others and help you as much as I can. So what is the energy collective for this new moon in Pisces, February 20th, 2023? It's very important you guys commit to yourself, building that foundation. What's the energy and the message from Spirit? Wow. Now this card is very interesting. I've always loved this card, and it's really interesting how this card had fell out. Crystal skull wisdom, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. Now, you know how I'm telling you guys, you have to keep, excuse me, your energy high. It's very important you be very, very mindful of your thoughts and be very positive, because when you're very positive, you're going to find that things are going to come more in alignment for you, and you're releasing and letting the negative energies and the fears go. So stay in alignment within, stay centered within, do what it takes to make that change and transcend forward in quantum leaps. Very important if you want to see change. I do have some skull crystals, but of course they're packed. So when I eventually move, God only knows when that's going to happen and where, I will be able to show you some of my skull crystals. So anyways, we're just going to pull a card here. One last card, guys. Healing deck. I have a healing deck here, healing modalities. And let's ask Spirit, the collective energy from the universal force for this new moon in Pisces, February 20th, 2023. What is the energy and the message from Spirit? What's the energy and message from Spirit for this new moon in Pisces? Oh, wow. Well, by Lord, help mercy. You know what I was saying constantly? Be in awareness. Be in awareness. Whenever you're making decisions, whenever you're wanting to make changes, be in awareness with what's going on. Like, I observe everything. I'm an observer. I see a lot and I hold it on to myself, and that's it. I distance away from a lot of different things because I don't have time to get involved with a lot of different things, number one, but I make sure I'm in awareness with what's going on before I even get involved or do anything. So see this rainbow over here, by the way. Now, rainbows represent new beginnings. New beginnings. The new moon, new beginnings. Endings can be very painful, but your soul is like, you have to end this karmic situation. You know how I said with that energy that is clearing up karmic situations? It's bringing in Saturn energy with this moon. We still have a bit in that, which is ending karmic situations, and also bringing in Dharma. Dharma is clearing your karmic situations, and then you move more into alignment within soul, and you start to see more synchronicity events start coming up for you. So this is why it's really important to work with this energy. And also there's a little baby right in the middle there, which is rebirth, born, transformation, transmutation, shedding the old, rebirth, new beginnings, you guys. What a beautiful message from this card. What a beautiful message. So I want you guys to let me know what is happening during this full moon for this new moon for you. And let me know what's going on. So if you do want to book a reading with me, you will see my website below, soulworkwithjeni.com. You can join my Facebook group, Free Psychic Clairvoyant Readings with Jeni Ji. I also have a new show coming out, Soul Vibes with Jeni Ji, on the Conscious Awakening Network. You can catch me there as well. Follow me on social media and we will make it happen, you guys. Most importantly, please like this video. It really helps my channel. Share my video and make some comments. Namaste, everyone. Wishing you a beautiful, beautiful new moon. And I want to know who's going to howl during the new moon. Namaste.